My name is Claire Van Steenwyk, and I am a Christian constitutional citizen activist candidate in Arizona. I want to talk to you a little bit today about education. It's a national issue, I realize, but I want to be more specific and talk just about what's going on in Arizona's educational system. When our nation was founded, the states handled all their education. In fact, most education was handed at that time in your churches. A lot of people don't even realize that in the very beginning of our system, Bible reading was part of our educational system every day. Well, that hasn't gone too well in the last few years, has it? They've removed God out of our schools. They want to take him out of the pledge. They, for some part, to one degree or another, have taken him out of the home. And now they're really working completely very hard on taking him totally out of our culture. If we don't replace what they're doing with what we're supposed to have, we're going to end up with a bunch of children that are not fully educated, are ready to face the world as we see it today. A lot of people don't understand why we are still failing in this state in our educational system. I believe the reasons are very simple. You continue to pour money in a gas tank that only has a steam engine under the hood, and you can't keep pouring money into it. We've got people now talking about raising taxes to pay more to the teachers, when in fact there's plenty of money in the system. It's just the way they spend it. We need to get both state and federal elected officials in Arizona together on this issue. Go to Washington and start really closing down the Department of Education with all the strings they attach to it when they send money to Arizona. We have to spend so much time and money just doing paperwork that doesn't benefit anybody except the bureaucrats. It doesn't help the children, it doesn't help the teachers, and the final results are terrible. We have got to put people in office that aren't seeking careers, but seeking results. I believe the only people that can do that are people that have actually had experience at getting results in business. I know I have. I've ran several companies and started some of my own, and not one of them was unsuccessful. But we have legislators today that have done nothing but climb the political ladder statewide and federally. They think this is the way they're supposed to do things. They don't get anything fixed. They continue to tax us, and our children continue to suffer. We need to take the federal government out of education. Every child in Arizona is a little bit different than the children that were raised in Iowa. We don't have the same kind of ground here. We don't raise the same kind of crops here. We don't need generic cookie cutter education for our kids. Yeah, you need a system where everybody gets our history, our government, business education, engineering and math, etc. But there are things specific just to Arizona that wouldn't go on and say Iowa or Minnesota or Oregon or Washington. I mean, look at how much rain they get up there compared to what we get down here. We have got to fix the educational system one state at a time until somebody finally realizes that it's the state's authority to run our schools, not the federal government. There are so many things the federal government is involved in that they shouldn't be. Education is just one of many. There are really only 4 departments that are supposed to run. That's a whole other issue. But I appeal to all of the parents in the state. Start dealing with your state and federal legislatures, even with your county, city, and school boards. They have got to begin to understand the only way to fix this system is to totally restructure it and get the federal government out of it and all the bureaucrats within Arizona that seem to think they have a better idea when in fact they don't, as proven by the results we're getting. You can't keep pouring all this money in and end up 47th on a testing system and say we're improving education. I don't care what the commercials on TV that Mr. Ducey's group is putting out are telling you. 47 isn't something that's acceptable. I don't think anybody would want our child to finish 47th in a race. That's not how it works. We are not serving our children well by allowing both the federal government's failed system and our state's failed system to continue to rob our children of their future. I hope you'll all join me in this battle because our kids are definitely worth it, and so are theirs. God bless you, and thank you. Have a great day.